Welcome to another episode of Talking Nerdy in the Bedroom with
Corey,
KJ,
and Mike.
Wait, was there a question mark?
I didn't know what is so and then have another.
Well, no, he's a special guest.
Oh.
Like it's still us.
And Mike.
And Mike with special guest Dan.
And in addition,
and
P.S. Dan's here.
PSS, we're doing D&D live.
For copyright reasons, we can't say that.
I can say I don't know if they own D&D. They own Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think they own D&D.
D&D is literally Dungeons and
Dragons.
He
was using
could have been Dunkin' and Donuts.
D&D.
Oh, do not.
Yeah,
it's now just Dunkin', by the way.
Also, this is not D&D. This is a tabletop game.
Well, so
D&D.
for the layman out there, they're going to understand D&D more than
we're going to be doing some role playing.
Well, that just
in the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Dan is on the casting couch.
Yeah. All dudes.
Let's say some titties.
All right, Dan. So go ahead and explain to everybody what we're doing, and also to me, because I haven't done this version of what we're doing, and then we'll get started.
All right, so we're going to play a game. It was developed by my friend Asher Rittmiller. He lives out in the Denver area, and I played this game with him probably 15 years ago. He developed the rules system. It's based off of a system called Cthulhu Dark. It's all a D6 system, but this game is called Overdeath Mega Kill. And the whole point of the game is that your character is going to die, so do not get attached. The way the system works is it's pretty simple. You get 3 dice, D6s. Anything you do that's pass-fail is 1 die. Your character's going to have a job. Anytime they're using or doing something that requires a skill for their job, and you can be pretty liberal with it, you get a D6. And every time it's a life or death situation, you get a D6. So the most you can ever roll is 3D6. And the highest die matters. So if you roll 116, the 6 matters. If you roll 555, it's still just 15. So it's only that high roll that matters. Every time you roll, you're going to roll against me. And if you tie my die roll, we have to roll again. If I win, you lose. If you win, I lose. If it's a life or death situation and you win, you get a level. So you go from level 1 to level 2. If you're level 2, it does nothing. If you're level 3, it does nothing. If you're level 4 or 5, it does nothing. If you're level 6, you can no longer fail dice rolls.
I was really hoping that you were going to be like, and if you're level 6, it does nothing.
No. If you're level 6, this is the cool part of being level 6, because you're like the best of the best now. So if you're level 6, you can't fail any roll except for life and death rolls. But if you avoid a life and death situation, you go down a level. So if you are like, nope, I'm going to walk away from this, you're automatically not level 6 anymore. So you only get to be a badass as long as you're being a badass.
I feel like if you're level 6, though, like everything is just life and death at that point.
Pretty much, yeah.
You go to tie your shoe. Roll the dice. You fell over and died.
I'm going to tie my shoe at the top of the stairwell here.
It's actually a roller skate.
Yeah.
So, and you're right, because the other 2 here, KJ, have played and you haven't. And last time we did this, it was more of a fantasy game. And this time we're going to do kind of a futuristic sci-fi, little bit of cyberpunk element to it, Avatar-esque.
You said cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk
like
Avatar. Yeah, so
how much time do we spend generating our genitals? Because I know that was an important part of that game for Mike. So
can we just glitch a lot?
What's the glitching rule?
When does the DLC come out? Supposed to make everything better?
Not for a couple months.
All right.
So this game is going to take place in, 150 years from now. And the premise of the game is that for whatever reason, whatever your character is leaving Earth, and you're traveling to a comet that's way out past Pluto. So you're going to be on a spaceship to start with and kind of like a hibernation sleep. And you'll be like going to planets and kind of using them to project yourself through space to get to this giant comet that has, unobtainium or whatever material is on it that everybody's looking for. and for whatever reason, right, you're going to this meteor because maybe you're running from the law, or maybe you're working for a corporation that really wants this stuff, or maybe you just want to go make your own fortune. Like, whatever your reason is for going is your reason for going. Now, character sheet, super simple. So if you look at the sheet, there are a bunch of boxes. The more you've filled out means the more your character has died, or characters, plural. So what you're going to do for your first character is come up with a name, an occupation, and their level 1. That's the whole character sheet. And for your occupation, you could be a bouncer, you could be a thief, you could be a computer tech, you could be whatever it is, a net runner. And if you want to have like cybernetic augmentations, they don't necessarily do anything for you, but they're fun and they could have some sort of interaction in the game.
Okay. I've already got mine.
Same.
Ditto.
All right, so let's hear it. What do we have?
All right, so I'm Charlie, and I'm a janitor. It's Always Sunny reference.
My name's Jeff, and I'm a serial killer.
Jeff the serial killer.
Yep.
Nice, I like
Is that
it.
an occupation? Who pays you for that?
I get paid with the joy of doing it.
I think also his victims, right?
Yeah.
Is he stealing from them?
Why wouldn't you?
well, if
what
you're a
other
serial
source of
killer,
income do you
most
have?
people don't-
Guys, I'm
Kill.
very hungry, and my name is Jeff, and I'm a serial killer.
Well, I don't get it.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay,
And
And I figured going on a spaceship where people can't escape me would be the best way to do it. I was
Is
having
it-
trouble luring people into my apartment.
Isn't there a creepypasta called like Jeff the Killer?
A creepy pasta?
Wait, do you guys not know what creepypasta is?
Isn't that like a podcast?
No, it's an online
Stories.
forum. It's like where Slender Man came from. Creepy.
okay.
It's copy paste
I know
things,
exactly
but
what you're talking
creepypasta.
about.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's called Jeff the Killer.
I thought
Reddit.
we were talking about actual pasta that was creepy. I got
No.
very confused.
It's a website's
Very
called
confused.
creepypasta. It's a
I actually
weird
had
thing.
written down Dahmer, but then I thought that was too on the nose. But then I didn't. I had to explain it anyway.
Jeff
so-
serial killer. Yeah, I'm just gonna immediately get there.
My name is Pilot, and I'm a pilot.
I like it.
Ah. I get it.
All right,
And
so
he didn't even have to explain it like you.
Yeah.
So whatever the reason is, you're going there. Do you know what your reasons are? Like, do you, Mr. Janitor, are you just
I
like,
am
there's
the
a lot
janitor
of dirt
on
on a
the ship.
comet, I gotta clean it up. Like,
true.
what's your reason?
Mop, mop, mop. all
Mine
day
is
long.
because I'm the janitor of the spaceship. And I'm going to go there to try to find a better life after I clean the spaceship.
Okay, so you're gonna be awake the whole trip. That's
Yes.
fun. Corey, what about you? What's your reason for going there?
I
New,
think-
new victims?
Yeah, well, and I figured if everybody's in sleep pods, it's pretty easy to get them, too. I
Well,
don't
you're
have
in
to
a
lure-
sleep pod.
Oh, maybe I'll rig my thing so I would never was asleep.
That's not part of your backstory that you know how to do that. You just want to eat people.
My backstory is that I want to eat people, and I would have figured that out on the way out.
All right, and Stack, what's your
Suddenly,
reason for
I'm
going
awake.
there?
I heard there was space vixens.
Oh, there's space vixens aplenty.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's where I'm headed.
All right, so you guys all board the ship. The captain of your ship is named Burton Reeder. Kind of a middle-aged guy. He's got white hair, cropped, mustache, goatee, very prim and proper. And he's got a crew of about 12 people who are running the ship. The ship has about 50 stasis pods on it. You two are sent to stasis pods, and you're sent to the small janitor's closet where you live. So the trip out there takes about 3 years.
Holy shit.
So
I've made a mistake.
We're going to start with doing 3 years of janitorial role play for KJ.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
but no, for real, let's see how good of a janitorial job you do.
Depend. Am I the only one awake?
No.
Well, you
The
got 12
captain and his crew are all awake.
Oh, they're all awake through the 3 years as
Yes,
well.
because they have to get the ship there. So they
Gotcha.
are in charge.
Well, I wasn't
of-
know if there was like autopilot or.
No, it's not that
You're
advanced.
paid
no.
per diem per mess you clean.
Yeah.
So I got to go like try to fake some messes?
Pee in a corner and then mop it up.
Yeah, just walk. Oh, I knocked this over. I guess I got to clean this up. I
So,
remember that.
but let's see how you do.
pesos.
So the way it's going to work is it's pass fail, so one die. Janitor, second die, and it's hopefully not life or death, so you don't get that one.
Okay.
So you roll your 2 dice and tell me what the highest is.
4.
I also got a 4, re-roll.
4.
5. So you didn't do the greatest job cleaning up. The captain's a little annoyed with you by the end of the 3 years.
Shock.
And he's like, do you ever do the laundry that you're supposed to do? Like, how are you using the same dirty rag for the last 3 years? That thing is disgusting.
I haven't found the laundry room, which is kind of on you guys. There should be maps.
He walks with you around the corner, and there's like a giant sign on the door that says laundry room.
But it's in English, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This
See?
is alien language. I don't know what this is.
The captain just kind of shakes his head, and he's like, every time. They always skimp somewhere. Always. He just kind of
on the sign. Because if it was in English, laundry would get done. Huh?
So, I don't know if you knew this, but you're not coming on the return trip.
Well, I mean, then how are you going to get your laundry done now that I know where the laundry room is?
The same way we've done it the last 3 years.
You guys didn't
By
do any of my
ourselves.
laundry for 3 years? That's just rude.
You're capable of doing, well, maybe not. But either way, like, we're going to be there in about a week or so. So
So I should just kick back, relax. Got it.
Please do. We can send you in a... No. You can stay awake for the next week. We don't want to have to clean the pod. So you can stay awake.
Can you do my laundry too?
Yes, we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
This is,
So
this
you
is working out for me.
He goes in the other room and talks to some of the crew, and they're like, "All right, we'll go take care of your laundry for you." So they go head to your room, and the captain's like, "Just have a seat over here." And you're kind of just looking out at space, and all of a sudden you see like this piles of clothes just go poof out the side of the ship.
Is that where they get washed?
Yeah, they're
Space washed?
Yep, space washed.
Okay.
That's how we do it here.
It's fancy. It's a
no, we
fancy
just-
ship.
they're-
Cold cycle.
So the next week goes by, and they give you a little bit of time to relax before you get to the comet, and then you two, as you get closer, you kind of feel that like super groggy. You just woke up, and you're like, oh man, why am I awake? You're ravenously hungry, especially you, and you don't see any food. You see a ton of food. And so you're in this room, everyone's kind of waking up. You're all wearing like the, skimpy, skin tight outfits that you have to wear for being in there. And the captain's like, all right. Everyone's got little rooms where all of your personal items are. So go get changed, get what you need, get yourselves taken care of. We're going to land in about a day. So just go do what you need to do. Don't eat for the first day. If you eat during the first day, you're going to get very, very sick. And he says, if you need anything, just press the call button and me or my crew will be here to help you.
Where am I while you're having this conversation?
You're just like hanging out somewhere,
nowhere near.
drinking a coffee. No, you're near.
I just walk in eating like a chicken or something because I can eat fine. And I just hi guys, good to see ya.
Hey, you want to come to my room and watch a movie?
No, I've watched all the movies that are on board.
Aw. What about you?
Chicken?
You want to watch a movie?
I would not like to do the pukey.
We
Aw.
we have Tubi if you want to watch anything.
Aw.
We don't have any other streaming services though.
Oh,
In 150 years, we still have Tubi?
It's the only one that's left.
Oh, jeez.
The world took a turn, sir.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Obama.
It's somehow still a thing. So, do you guys do anything over that day, or just kind of like get yourself organized
Oh,
and like get head on straight?
I'm going to follow somebody to their room and try to eat them.
Even though he told you not to eat.
I don't care. Yeah, because I obey all the laws.
Okay, so of the 40, we'll say Stack's not the one you're going to choose. There's 38 other people what kind of a person do you go for?
The weakest person who's slightly of bigger build, because I'm really hungry. So
Okay. So you follow them into their room and they turn and they're like, I don't think this is your room. Can I help you with something?
I was looking for a movie, and then I try to bite him.
You just like clamp onto him.
I go zombie mode.
All right. This is going to be a life or death roll.
And it's my
It is your occupation, so you get an extra die. So let's roll.
4.
A 3. So you, the guy gives up a little bit of a fight, but you take him down and you bite into his neck, rip his jugular open. Blood gets everywhere. You're in 7th heaven.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna cook it?
Nope. Raw.
So how much of this guy do you eat?
I just eat a little bit right now, and then I shove him under the bed, or in a cupboard, whatever I got in there to hide him.
There is a ton of blood.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shove him into something, and then I'm gonna take the sheets off the bed and try to mop up the blood a bit, and then.
You
probably
now
call it
have
a
some
janitor.
bloody sheets and a bloody mess on the floor.
Okay.
Like you ripped this guy's jugular open. It's not like it was just a little bit of blood.
Is there a shower in his room?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna take off. Is there fresh clothes?
yeah.
I'm gonna take off all my clothes, take a shower, put on clean clothes, then leave.
Well, they're
the room.
his clothes, so they don't fit you.
That's
so
fine.
well.
They
Okay.
just got to get me to my room so I can get my clothes.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm doing. I'm taking a shower, getting changed into his clothes, and then heading back to my room to get changed.
Okay.
Unless something interferes with that.
So you just walk out of the room and go back to your room. And were you still there, like just hanging out in this area?
I'm
or did you
hanging out around, walking around.
Okay. So you see him just walk out in clothes and go to another room.
It'd be nice to have clean clothes. Mine are still in the spin cycle.
Do I hear him say that?
Yes.
I'll bring you an outfit in a minute.
Okay, thanks.
So
Nice guy.
So once I get changed, I'll bring him the outfit I wore over and be like, "Here's a new outfit for you."
Did you ever shut the door?
you get in your room.
Yeah.
And whatever personal effects you have are in there. So your clothes, as a pilot, I assume you have some sort of weapon you probably carry with you, whether it's a
steering wheel.
a steering wheel, maybe like a one that Xena would use. You throw it and it comes back or whatever.
I feel like it should
Shock
be.
Room's steering wheel.
I feel like it should be like a Flavor Flav clock just around your neck.
Steering wheel necklace.
There you go.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Also shock room. It hurts when I bend over.
So do you do anything or do you just get ready and be
I'm
like,
going to
"This
read
is
the
it"?
digital paper.
Okay, so you read the digital paper and you catch up on the last. It's really only about 2.5 years because getting information out this far does take a long time. And you see that everything on Earth is amazing. The president is Donald Trump the 24th. And he is running things smoothly, perfectly, bigly, everything you could ever want.
It's huge.
Huge. The world is in great
A
shape.
plus.
There is anything you didn't want, it's gone. And he is right on top of it. Economy's great. Space travel's great. It's awesome. Everyone's happy.
I'm going to go to the funnies. Scroll to the funnies.
Okay. So you go to the funnies and they're actually funny.
Oh,
the one
jeez.
thing that really changed for the good in the next 150 years is that the funnies can make you laugh.
Tell me a joke, funnies.
So there's no more Far Side?
It's the farthest side now.
Oh.
So you ask like the funnies to tell you a joke.
Yeah, tell me a joke.
What's the difference between snowmen and snow women?
What?
Snowballs.
It's winter time. Currently winter time.
And it's like, would you like to know the weather?
Would you like to know more?
That's what I was thinking too.
If you'd like to know the weather, it's very cold outside.
Ooh.
No air.
The temperature is currently 0 Kelvin.
So the next the day, it goes by fine. You guys just kind of hang out. You give him his clothes and you're very tired. Like, that even though you got out of the stasis, you need to rest. You can't really do too much or it's going to be too big of a stress on you. You, on the other hand, get to eat chicken and hang out and do whatever you want because the captain's done with your BS.
That seems quite the opposite, right? Like he just gets to do whatever he wants because the captain's like, yeah, whatever.
Hey, you leave my whateverness alone.
You fucked off for 3 years and now you get to eat
I
chicken.
slaved over this damn ship for 2.5 years. Never got appreciated. They didn't tell me where the laundry room was. That's on them.
Mop, mop, mop.
I'm
Okay,
telling you, that's on them.
So
Mr. Superman, no here.
the next day rolls around, and day is tough because there's no real like day or night in this situation. It's just space. So you take a smaller ship, and he shuttles all, or he starts to get ready to shuttle you all down, and he's like, "We're missing somebody. Where's Gerald Tompkins? Someone go check his room. Go check his room."
I got it. I'm on it. Which way's his room?
Points, tells you which number it is.
Question: are the clothes labeled for each passenger? Like
No, it was just whatever their personal items were.
okay.
So, like,
So I'm totally
if someone
rocking with his
recognizes Gerald's clothes,
That's what I'm wondering.
he's
Like,
wearing them.
Was Gerald like a fan of Hawaiian shirts or something?
No,
He only wears cardigans.
Gerald loved tank tops.
Oh,
Rocking that tank top.
and I would know that because we all met each other beforehand, or
No, because that was the only thing that was in his closet.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So you go check, and all you see is like some red smears in the room.
Wouldn't I see? Well, wasn't there just a giant amount of blood everywhere?
In sheets. That
Because all he
wasn't
did was
even-
throw a sheet
so
on
right,
it.
you do see blood all over the floor. You
And
see
I go,
sheets piled
damn
up.
it. Wait, no. I don't have this job anymore. This is not my problem. I don't have to clean.
Also, while he goes to check, I'm gonna say to the captain, "That looks like one of Jerry's shirts he's wearing. That's odd." I don't know if I roll for that. It's I don't know.
Let's roll.
Okay, so not life and death, but it is my occupation as a serial killer to
Yeah,
escape
I'll give that to
justice.
you.
Okay.
I'll give that to you.
To escape justice.
Oh, I dropped one. There's a 5 win. No.
I got a 5. Reroll.
Okay. Well, I got one more. It fell on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to reroll.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Oh,
So he's like, I think you're right, but I wouldn't be surprised if he went through to everybody's room and stole some of their clothes. Does anyone else here have any clothing missing? Did anybody not have any of their personal effects? I wouldn't be surprised if that janitor stole anything. And you see people start like checking, and they're like, I think I got all my stuff.
Yeah, I got everything.
My boxers are missing. All of them.
Do you wear boxers?
No.
Found out the problem. So what do you do now? Because you're like, there's a bunch of blood and there's a giant pile.
Well, I
of,
go,
like,
that it's not my problem. I don't have to clean it. Like, I was going to go get a mop and try to, like, do this, but now I don't have to. And I just walk back and be like, hey, I'm not cleaning that. It's not my problem. And
Cleaning
everybody's-
what?
Yeah. There's a lot of blood.
What do you mean there's a
And-
lot of blood?
I mean, so you know how when there's a little bit of blood,
It's more than that.
yeah, it's just more than that. There are some sheets. There's some clothes.
He sighs and he goes, I really thought they had fixed this. They told me it wouldn't happen with any more of you guys. Just when we land, get off the ship and we'll clean the mess up.
Do I still get paid?
Yes.
Yes. Living on easy streak, boys.
Yep. Your check's in the mail.
Ah.
We'll report to Earth as soon as we get back.
I mean, the post office was slow on Earth. This comet's gonna take forever.
I mean, with any luck, it'll just show up in your account in some amount of time.
I feel like the interest on that would be huge, though.
Aren't you a janitor?
Yeah. The interest over time for how long it takes to get to me.
How do you know about interest but not laundry?
I know tons about laundry, sir. I just didn't know where it was.
In America, I janitor. In Russia, I physicist.
Interest is my passion.
So he takes the little shuttle down that has all of you on there, and you land in this very, very large like hangar that's outside. You see there are mining ships, mining vehicles. There are what look to be almost like mech ships that look semi-human that people are like moving around, almost like out of Alien.
Mm-hmm.
And there are like vendors selling food.
This is on a comet?
Yes, like it is a civilization on this comet. You see there are like signs with billboards. One of the billboards says EIW Armament Group. If you have a problem, we do too. There's another one that says Bershaw Heavy Engineering. Anything you need for your mining needs, we've got you covered. There's another one that says DAA Logistics Corporation. And that's the sign you see kind of like everywhere. Like you understand, like this is the money that is on this comet.
Hey, you know what DA is?
What?
DA. The sign says DA.
DAA?
DA.
Oh. Like, yeah, ta-da, we're here.
Oh. Why? There's a lot of those signs.
Right.
People get surprised.
You're
pretty
always
easily.
here.
That's fair.
And you see from the back of the ship, they also have supplies they're bringing onto the comet, things of food and things like that people need. But in this area, it's pretty busy. There's miners are actively going out and getting ready to do their jobs. You see military people walking around. And like I said, there are some like actual food vendors here. Do any of you decide to go eat at this point in time? It's been about a day.
I'll go see what kind of food they got.
Okay. It's very eclectic food. Some of it's like stuff you've never heard of before. Like it looks like it might be some things that are unique to this comet that they've kind of started engineering.
They engineer food
Yes.
on the comet.
Yes.
Do they have fried turkey legs?
Yes.
I like one of those.
Do they have fried human legs?
No.
Do you ask for that?
No, I'm just looking.
He's looking at
So
the
you
menu.
look at the menu and there is nothing on there listed as human, but you see chicken and you know that chicken tastes like human.
I will try the chicken.
Okay, so you order the chicken. Do you get anything?
I look at his chicken and go like, I haven't got my paycheck yet, and like, I'd like some chicken.
You still have some money.
I have some money.
Yeah, you still have whatever money you like. It's not like you spent it on the ship.
I was 2.5 years.
What were you going to buy with it?
There's a lot of vending machines. There was candy.
Yes, a lot of candy bars.
What did you do for those 3 years? I got diabetes.
Everything's just Mars bars.
Yeah.
And Milky Ways.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Milky Ways.
That's true.
I already have my next character.
Great.
The vending machine repairman.
Nope, even better.
All right, so
Wilford Brimley.
so you guys go ahead and start. Like you're like, as soon as you take your first bite, you're like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, and you just start like wolfing it down. You're eating normal because you've been able to eat. So in your profession, do you have to eat food when you're sick?
Do I have to eat food?
Like,
when
would
I'm-
you say part of your profession is like eating food when you're under duress?
As a pilot.
No.
Okay, so you get one die. As your profession, eating food under duress, is that something you have to do?
Well, my food is humans, and they're under duress, and I'm under duress in that I'm trying not to get caught.
Okay, so one die for you.
Okay.
So both of you roll one die.
What? Oh, only one you said?
Only one.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
5.
Okay, reroll.
4.
5.
Okay, you're fine. You are like a few bites in, and you're like, oh, and just out comes all the food.
Do not eat a space chicken.
Do
And,
I
like-
notice if it tastes does it satisfy my need for human flesh or no?
Yes.
It does.
It does.
Okay.
But
It's raw chicken.
You guys notice when he vomits, there is somehow more meat that comes out than what he ate.
How much chicken did you eat, sir?
Not by a lot, but
Is it
there is
doubling
more
chicken?
meat that shows up than he ate.
Did you eat some of my chicken?
I might have snuck a piece, yeah.
This fucking guy over here. We gotta
And
keep
like,
an eye
you
on
know
him.
what it is.
Yeah.
Tell me what other food that you've eaten at different vendors so I don't have to eat that because it looks disgusting.
Oh, it was back outside that DAA. Somebody was going by with a Stromboli cart, and I had a
Ugh.
little bit. Yeah.
Italians.
When the hell did you do this?
Well, you guys were looking at the DAA and trying to decide if it was DAA or DA.
It's clearly da. I mean, that's
Yeah, while you had that conversation, I got a quick
how
fight.
you pronounce that.
Yeah, totally.
Also, you want to watch a movie later?
You know, the best thing about this is everybody thinks that you're just like the horniest gay guy around. Hey, you want to watch a movie? Like, totally nonchalant about it. So as you're there, you hear an announcement come out over the loudspeaker, and they're like, any new arrivals, please take yourself into Mech Hangar A. You'll be meeting with somebody there who's going to tell you the rules of being on this comet, and they'll get you a spot to stay until you go to where your location is. And you see the sign that says like Mech Hangar A over on the far side of the lot. You start heading in that
That's
direction.
the one that's shaped like a teepee.
For my bunghole?
The A,
The
it's
A?
the letter with it. Yeah, it looks like a teepee.
Okay, got it. I go towards the teepee.
Okay, so you guys walk in, and there's about 50 seats in there, and you see the rest of the people from your crew are sitting down. And this gentleman wearing like brownish camo walks up on stage, and every step he takes with his right foot is clomp, 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 and you can tell he's got like a metal leg. One of his arms is metal, one of his eyes is bionic, and he just kind of stands up in front of everybody. And he says, the name is Kynan Warwick. I'm the sergeant at arms here for the EIW armament group, and I'm making sure everyone gets in safely and has what they need.
Excuse me, sir. I'm the janitor, and I don't have a job. Like a job.
Currently, your job is shutting up and listening.
Do I get paid for that? I'm just gonna sit there.
He just stares at you.
Hey, you want to watch a movie later? The Dirty Dozen?
He looks you up and down. Sure.
Sweet.
Oh. Don't eat the metal leg.
I know. I'm going to have to pick around the bones, if you know what I mean.
So he just proceeds to tell you, like, you do what you're told. You don't go to the zones you're not supposed to. If you do, there's going to be problems. If you cross the EIW, we will find you and we will take care of you. This is our comet and we allow others here. And that's the end of it. If you have work here for Bershov Heavy Engineering, they work under us. No questions asked. And if you work for DAA Logistics, we work side by side with them. So you can consider us acquaintances at best. What you're going to notice here is that there's a lot of people doing their mining work. There's a lot of people who have come here for having a new living. We do have a thriving city. Having said that, we don't like crime. We don't like problems. And we solve it in the best way we can. That being that any rules on this planet or on this comet are from the EIW armament group. Rule number 1, anyone who causes a problem is taken care of. We don't have jails, we have graves. If you want to find out, mess up once and you'll know.
I'd like to volunteer for that duty.
Hey, he said duty.
I did say duty. I know that's a hard job, but I think I have the stomach for it.
I'm not with them.
You say that out loud?
Out loud. I'm not with them.
The three of you will be sharing a room.
Awesome.
I don't like this.
So
Hey.
he gets done with his whole spiel and he says, all right, everyone go over to the screen and you're going to see your room assignment, and then you'll go to your room. You're in the barracks for the first week or so until you figure out where your assignment is and get acclimated to life here on the rock. So do you guys go check your like location and look at everything you need to?
I do not walk over to the board. I just stand there and wait to see what they do.
Is there a
I walk
board
over
that has
the board.
like job openings?
Not that you see, not here. Do you ask about that?
Yeah, is there an opening for a pilot job?
He says anything you're looking for information-wise will be on the kiosks in your room. The only thing available in this room for you is where your room is located, because we don't want everybody staying in this room kind of clogging up the space. But that information will be in your room.
Okay, so I'm going to go find where my room is.
Okay, so you're in room 6669.
We all are, right?
Yes.
Because we're sharing one. Okay.
Shower buddies?
Sure.
I don't shower.
I could tell.
Yeah, you should get that meat nice and clean. I mean, your hair and skin. I mean, yeah. You want to watch a movie?
So
I've only seen the first episode of Jeffrey Dahmer. In case that's not clear by my lack of awareness.
was that his thing? Was asking people to watch a movie?
Yeah, right. That's how didn't he always like lure people
He was
back
just
from
a
the club?
charmer.
I swear the first episode he asked this guy like let's just hang out and watch a movie.
So you think he did that with every single person he was
Again,
trying to
it's
eat?
the only episode I watched. I'm going with what I
I mean,
got.
if it worked once, why
That's
change?
true. That's
Rinse
true.
and repeat. Works for herbal essence.
Yeah, see, it's perfect. So you guys go check out your room, and the room is pretty like sterile. There is a bunk bed that's bed, bed, bed. So it's kind of a triple bunk bed, relatively high ceilinged room. The other side of the room, there are 3 closets, one obviously for each of you. And then at the far end of the room, there's a door that leads into kind of like more like a Japanese style bathroom. So it's like shower, sink, everything is just kind of there in the same place. And like when the shower's on, it kind of also cleans the room. So that's what your room is like. So you immediately go start looking for
Your
jobs.
job is useless now. You just shower.
I'm amazed by how clean it is and going like, you two better not be dirty motherfuckers.
Of course not. Of course not. I'm gonna wait for this guy to go in the shower, and by this guy I mean Pilot.
You've been waiting a while.
So you guys are in the room. Do you start putting your own personal effects in the closet at all? And does anyone have a weapon other than you?
I don't think like.
I have a mop.
I mean, I can't have a machete, right?
You can have a Bud Heavy beer can.
I mean, you could have had
All
a
the time.
knife or something like that,
Yeah,
but a machete would be kind of weird.
Well, right. I have a little pocket knife, I guess.
I mean, you could have like a utility knife, like something that's a little more effective.
Sure.
Laser sword.
What?
Laser sword.
I have a lightsaber.
Yes, you do. You do. It's a toy one, but you have it.
It both cooks and cuts the meat.
So you start looking for jobs, and there's like a ton of piloting jobs. Most of them are through the Bershov Heavy Engineering Corporation. There are a few through the EIW Armament Corps, but they're very weird. Like, it doesn't say what you would be piloting. It just says pilots needed for experimental program.
Do they pay more than the other place?
It says...
What's the glass door of this?
all it says is for pay, you will never need anything for the rest of your life.
I'm in. I'm going to sign up for that.
Okay.
I'm going to put it in my resume.
So you start...
Haven't
getting
worked
that-
in a few years. Get a little...
Yeah, so you start getting that all set up. What are you doing on?
So I'm thinking that those places that we're not supposed to go are pretty dirty. And if I was going to clean them, they'd be super happy with me.
So which places are you going?
The sectors that I'm not allowed.
Sector Z.
So you're just going to like leave everybody and start walking away?
I mean, unless I'm going to look at the job posting to see if there's a job posting for those sectors.
I mean, yes, but you'd have to apply.
But does it say janitor
Oh, there's tons of janitorial positions.
for those sectors?
Oh, yeah.
That I'm not allowed to go to.
Correct.
I'm going to apply.
Okay, so you start applying. What do you do?
All right, so they're both in the room applying to jobs.
Yeah, so they're on their kiosks looking at things.
All right, I'm
Slowly basting our legs.
No. I also look for jobs, specifically ones. I don't know what it's called. They don't have jails, so executioner jobs. Because he basically said you end up in the grave, right?
Yeah, so you're looking for jobs with the EIW Armament Corps.
Yeah.
Is really what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are looking at all of those things, trying to figure out your jobs, and about 10 minutes into your job search, you hear at your door.
Oh, I know. Is it the sergeant here to watch a movie? I open the door.
Okay, you open the door and you see a male in his probably early 30s. He's got like purple tech hair that's kind of like glowing and wavy a little bit.
Glenn!
Exactly. He's got like black clothing on. You see a gun at his side and he's like, I need to hide. Can I please come in?
Sure, come in the shower. Nobody will look in there.
So he runs in and goes into the shower and shuts the door.
Okay. I have a quick rules question. I had one life or death scenario that I succeeded. So do I go to level 2?
Yep, you go to level 2.
Okay.
Correct.
I didn't do that, so I have to make sure I knew.
Okay, so this person goes in the shower and they're in that room for about a minute and a half. What do you do during that time?
I'm going to go in the shower.
Did he track in?
Like, door is locked.
Oh,
like,
he locked
they
it.
ran in, shut, locked door.
I'm going to try to pick the lock with my handy utility knife.
Roll.
I guess I probably...
I'm going
One
to
die.
leave during
One
this.
die, yeah. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't know how to pick locks, probably.
So you start walking out the door.
Yeah, I'm just leaving, yeah.
4?
Okay, so you fail. You don't get it open. And the guy's like, you have to hide me. You've got to hide me. You go to walk out the door and you see 3 heavily armored people in like power suits from the EIW Armament Corps. And they're like, did he come in this room?
I mean, he hasn't yet, but he's in my bathroom.
He's in the bathroom. So they come into the room and they're like, he's in there.
Does nobody wipe their feet?
The front guard looks at you and he says, shut your mouth now. Just wipe your feet.
Hey, guys. He is in the bathroom. He came in, went straight in, locked the door. I've been trying to pick the lock to get him out. Why don't you get him out and then come back and watch a movie?
So the lead guy takes a step back and just kicks your door, and the door goes wham and just slams into the far wall. And you see the guy like hiding against the wall, and he just reaches out with his gun and shoots one of the other guards and poof, drops dead.
The fucking mess. I room with you guys for less than a day.
And you see immediately the other 2 pull out their weapons and drop back to like defensive positions. And the guy goes and hides behind the corner. And he's like, significant amount of money. He's like 100,000 credits if you can get rid of them.
I start mopping.
I'm
Okay, like getting in their way or
Yeah.
what do you do? Okay.
I'm going to the guy who got shot. Is he bleeding?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna start dragging him to the closet.
Okay. What do you do?
I'll get him
I'm
safe.
out. I'm hoofing it.
So you're running
Yeah,
away.
the guy just got shot and I'm a pilot. I'm out.
Okay. So so you're dragging the dead body to the closet. You're cleaning the mess, and the guy's hiding in the room. You see more soldiers coming down the hall. They're in room 6669. Anyone leaving the room is to be met with lethal force. What do you do at that point? Because you're walking out of the door when you hear that.
I hate my life.
Do you go back in? Do you like proceed to just walk by them and hope they don't notice that you walked out of there?
Housekeeping. You
And-
fluff your pillow.
The 2 of them like start raising their guns towards you, and they're like, "You just came out of room 6669, yes?"
No. I just was walking. I was getting a snack.
Let me see your credentials.
I left them on the spaceship. I'll have to go. I'll have to come back.
Into room 6669 now.
But there's a dead body in there.
How would you know that if you weren't from the room? Get in there.
I would love to.
We'll get back to this in a second. So you're hearing this going on out in the hallway. So you know that there's at least 2 more soldiers out there.
Have I gotten the body to the closet?
The body is to the closet.
I go in the closet with him and start gnawing on his wound.
Okay, so
I'm very hungry
the
because I threw up all my meat.
The lead guard is like looking into the bathroom and like, we can take you in alive or we can take you in dead. The choice is yours. And the other guard turns to look at you or looks at the room and is like, get out of my way. And like kind of like pushes you in the mop out of the
I
way.
prefer you take him alive. This is a mess. It's going to take forever to clean.
And then sees you eating the body.
I'm in the closet.
How big do you think a closet is?
I don't know. If I can't be in there with the other body, then that's an issue. But
Yeah, I mean, like you couldn't fit in
now,
there
if he
with
opens the
body.
door and sees me in there gnawing on a guy, fine.
I mean, there's not enough space in a closet to go eat somebody.
Okay.
Like this is like a military closet. It's not like it's huge.
I'll say he was dead and he was going to spoil. Okay, food is scarce on this comet.
So immediately he raises his gun at you. And
I go, that's fair.
do you attempt to fight back or do you just like,
I am going to try to, I have my little utility knife. I'm going to try to push his gun aside and stab him with my utility knife.
Okay, roll.
And say, we could have watched a movie. So is that 3 dice?
Yeah, it's a
Because
we'll say 3
occupation,
dice.
life, and death.
We'll say 3 dice.
5. So I win? Okay.
Yep. So you push the gun out of the way and you like stab it. So you walk back in the room and you see like your weird friend push the gun out of the way.
Not friend.
You go up
Your
another
weird
Oh.
acquaintance. Push the gun out of the way and like stab the guy in the stomach with his knife, and the guy just kind of like grabs his stomach and drops.
Can I whisper to him as he goes down? I'm just going to say, we could have watched a movie.
Sure.
You chose this.
So he goes down.
And then I want to steal his gun when I can.
Yeah, so that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So you walk in the room to see this. The 2 guards behind you also see this and draw their weapons on him, giving you the opportunity to run.
Oh, I'm out. I'm
Okay.
running. I'm
So
gonna.
you
roll
fucking
for running.
You fucking book it.
I'm out.
What are you doing?
cleaning now another mess.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm going to grab the gun, which I was doing, roll to the right, and then try to shoot both the guards.
Okay, let's try.
Yeah. So, is it 3 still?
Yep.
Okay.
Still 3.
I was iffy on the occupation for guns, but 6.
Reroll.
Oh, fuck. Ugh, 3.
5.
Yeah, I'm dead.
So you're like, "Rah!" and you like try to shoot. And you don't really know what you're doing,
Yeah.
and they just like eviscerate you.
Yeah.
You're running. You now have multiple dead bodies in here, multiple guards with guns.
Can't you guys do this out in the hall? Look at all the blood. I'm only one man. I don't even know where the laundry room is.
The lead guard turns around and pulls his gun on you.
Sir, before you do that, if you kill me, there's no one.
Blam!
Blam!
Or pew. Sorry. Are you going to attempt to fight this, or are you just like, shit, I'm done?
I will try to duck out of the way, but not knowing I'm ducking out of the way, I just bend down and do some more mopping.
2d6.
6.
6?
6.
So you do get out of the way.
Yes!
Do you continue trying to clean, or do you leave?
I keep mopping.
Okay, roll again.
Clean like a butterfly. Uh-oh.
4.
5. So you're like clean, 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 blam. So you hear another pew, blam, whichever one it is. And then you hear a few more shots, and you hear a female scream, and then you see that guy come running down the hall.
Which guy?
The one with like the purple hair.
The one that was in the bathroom.
Like, because you like turn around and see this, and he's like terrified. There's blood on him, and he's like, "You're fucked. Come with me."
Okay.
All right.
Also, I have my new character ready, and
So this is the other rule, KJ. Once you have a new character ready, you decide who they are. You decide what their occupation is. I will not bring them into the game. You bring them into the game in any way you see fit.
so my new character was in room 6668.
So you hear all this
And
garbage
so I
going on.
peeked my head out, and my character's name is Dave. He was a stay-at-home dad whose son came to this comet first, and he's been an empty nester for a while, and he just got a job doing some like general. He's a cook, let's say, so he can come visit his son,
Okay.
and he hasn't heard from him in a while.
You see your son fucking booking it down the hallway and
With
says,
purple hair.
with purple hair and, and says to this guy, "You're fucked. Come with me."
I go, "Hey, Jeremy, it's me."
Dad?
Yeah. What are the odds?
He looks up and he sees like cameras. He's like, come with me, come with me.
Okay.
And just starts running. And he's like, they're going to have you on video because they're going to think you're with me. The EIW is after you. I don't care if you stick with me, but I'm giving you a choice.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's my best shot. They tried to kill me once.
Okay, so he starts like booking it out of there, and you see from behind you the lead soldier come out, and his mask is all messed up, or his helmet, and as you see like sparks coming out of it, and you hear, "I will fucking kill you." And like he starts running down the hall.
I yell, "Language!"
But like as he's like you see the suit is malfunctioning and he just can't keep up with you. And everyone who speaks from in these suits has kind of like a metallic voice.
I then come out and I am a mechanic. I start working on his body. My name's Frank.
You should like randomly start working on this.
I get a little alert that tells me that something's malfunctioning, and I go and assist.
He's like, "Get out of my way. I need to get them."
I thought he wasn't moving. I thought he had the...
No, it's like so he's like moving slowly.
Yeah, as he's moving slowly, I'm trying to work on it.
He's not very happy with that.
That's fine.
So, the other, you guys just keep booking it, right?
Running.
Okay, so you get outside, and he's like, "You've got to come with me." Do you stay with this?
Oh, yeah, that's my job.
Okay, so you're staying with this person, and they just get completely outrun.
Yeah.
What do you do now? Because you're like, the other people who you would be interacting with are gone.
Yeah, because I'm now going to interact with this guy.
Okay, so interact.
Okay, you need to stop moving. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to fix you.
Fix me and get out of my way.
Well, are you going to stop moving?
Do it now.
You're still moving.
One more word, and it'll be the last movement you see.
I keep working on him.
Okay, roll your check to see how well you do. So 2d6.
4.
Okay, you fix the armor enough to where he can start moving again. So he starts like running after them. What do you do?
I follow in case it breaks down again.
Okay, so you start following. He runs outside, and there's nobody. Empty street.
I think they went that way.
He looks. Presses a button. This is Lieutenant Vassar. We've got 3 on the run. Jareth Ryan is one of them. The other 2 are... one of them is from room 6669, the only one who's left alive. I believe the name was Pilot. And there's another one running with them who I don't know who they are, but they came from a room prior to 6669. Check the database, look at the pictures, send them to me, and I'll verify. We'll get the names and pictures up on every billboard. Do you do anything at this point in time, or just be like, what's your plan?
You got it, dude. I'll just stay here in case you break down again.
Thanks. I've got other places to be.
I mean, that leg's not going to get you very far right now.
The leg will get me far enough.
Okay. If you walk 10 paces that way, it's going to stop.
He walks 10 paces in the other direction
I
and
was
keeps
just gonna
walking.
say that. Yeah, that's
But
great.
that was uncalled for.
So do you do anything to try to get back with them?
No.
Okay. So do you want to make a new character? What's your plan? Because you're like in a totally different.
I want to make a new character, but I want to keep that character for later.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Okay.
So make a new one to bring in.
Okay.
But remember, part of this too is like if you make something that's difficult to get in with a group, it's going to be tough to keep it moving. So you want to make sure whatever you bring in, like for whatever reason, fits in. Even if it's like, oh man, my kid, or like, oh, there's something going on. Cool, I want in on that. Or like, oh, that purple hair is awesome. I'm going that way. Or like, oh, I bet they watch really good movies. Let's go there. Whatever it is.
I wanted you to say your character when he was like, so what is your character going to do now? Well, he's a big movie fan. He's going to go back to his room and finish his movie. Damn it, I was one room away.
So the two of you are with this guy and he's like, all right, we got to go. So as soon as you get outside the door, he opens like a manhole cover and he's like, down now. Do you
His
follow?
manhole cover?
Huh?
Are we going down on his manhole?
Yes, you are.
I say enough with the bossy attitude, mister.
Dad, no offense. I know it's been a long time since I've seen you. I don't want this to be the last time. Let's go.
Oh, everything's life and death with you. All right, let's go then. You're holding us up. I'm right.
So he goes down into the manhole as you guys follow, and he goes for maybe 20 minutes or so underground and comes back up, and you're in Cyberpunk the city is kind of what it looks like.
It's neon.
Yes, everything's neon. There's a lot of moving ships in the sky. You see just everything everywhere that you can imagine. And he's like, all right, we got to keep it quiet. We got to move through the side streets. We really have to be careful here. And he starts going through some buildings that are kind of old and decrepit somehow, even though it doesn't seem like it should on this rock. And he goes to a part of the town that's a little run down in the sectors people aren't supposed to be in. And he's like, all right, I hate to bring in people who don't know about this, but I don't want to leave you guys for dead, especially you, Dad.
That's very kind of you. I did kind of raise you from a child.
Why is his dad from Milwaukee?
I'm going for the most generic dad voice I can think of. There's going to be a lot
Hey,
of dad
Babo.
jokes. My occupation is basically dad jokes. So-
Okay, I mean, that's fine if that works. So he brings you into, it almost looks like it's a homeless encampment in this building on the bottom floor. And he brings you up to the second floor, and there's actually this like beautifully designed space with computers and kiosks. You see a ton of people working on computers, and he's like, Dad, I'm sorry, but this is our home base. There's a lot happening here you don't know about. I really need to fill you in. So they said your name is Pilot. Is that like because you're a pilot, or is that actually your name?
Yeah, it's my real name, yeah.
What do you do for work?
I'm a pilot.
Are you serious?
Well, I haven't
What are
piloted in
the
3
odds?
years.
We need a pilot.
Perfect. I was born for this.
Come with me. Dad, I'd like you to meet my wife, Isolde. And she comes walking around the corner.
Was she bought?
I was going to say, how much did you pay, kiddo?
Beautiful woman. She has like pinkish hair, kind of short. And she's like, did you say Dad? And he's like, yeah, I guess he followed me out here. I didn't even know he was coming.
Nice to meet ya. Welcome to the family.
She kind of gives you like a half hug and is very confused. And she's like, all right, come here. And she pulls you to a window. She brings you outside and you see like billboards in the distance and like your face is on it. His face is on it. And there's like blurry-ish shots of your face like moving on there. And it says like, when we discern more of who this is, we will have better images.
Not the most flattering picture of your old man.
And then it says like, wanted by EIW, kill on sight.
Yowza. What do you got into, kiddo?
Well, it's not necessarily what I got into. It's what I tried to get people out of. So the EIW and the DAA have been working together to buy as much of the material from the mining corporation as they can. And with this material, they're making these new ships that are almost like, remember that show from like 150-ish years ago? There was a cartoon and then a bunch of crappy movies like Transformers. Kind of like that. Like they're ships that can change into people, but whatever this material is, it can store other things in it. We've never seen anything like it. And the military has found ways to put people's consciences into these machines. So
Is this conversation happening out on the street?
No, this is in the facility, but you can be in the facility.
Well, I thought she said, come with me outside, and then they were looking at billboards.
We're on
oh,
the
no, come to
balcony.
the window.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, window, yeah.
So is there a
KJ
door
is the
somewhere?
window.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're
so,
a window washer.
So I start pounding on a door.
Okay, so
What is her name?
her name is Isolde.
Isolde?
Isolde. Isolde.
Tristan and Isolde.
Isolde.
Right.
Okay. I start pounding on the door, screaming for her.
Okay. She's like, both she and Jareth are like, all right, everyone get ready. And you two just see like weapons show up. And then like somebody opens the door and you're greeted by weapons.
And I just start crying and asking her to come back. And why did she leave me? And what can I do to be better? I thought we were so good together.
It's her estranged brother. from New Alabama.
So Jareth looks at you and he's like, dude, for real? We've been married for 1.5 years. Just give it up.
But she was mine for 1.5 weeks. It was the best 1.5 weeks of my life.
Glad it was the best 1.5 weeks of someone's life.
It
she
was
says
hers
to you.
too.
No, she
Jareth,
says
young
that
man.
to
She
you.
says that?
Yeah.
What up?
Did I
bitch?
not raise you with manners? You apologize to that young man right now.
I didn't say it. She did.
You just said he sucked at everything. I don't know. Apologize. I'll send you to your room.
Without dinner?
Where's his room?
I'm sorry that you can't get over the 1.5 weeks you dated my wife.
That's better.
We were planning a future that involved working with the government, that involved getting paid handsomely, having a white picket fence. Even though those don't really exist up here, we were going to make it.
He probably would have gotten me some grandkids if I was his father.
We would have had an in-law suite. An in-law suite is what we would have had.
Sounds pretty nice, kiddo.
Isolde says, fine, you want another chance
At the in-law suite?
at dating me? Do you really want that?
Yeah, I've wanted that for the last 1.5 years or
I'll
however
give
long
you
it's been.
one chance.
All right.
If you go and help solve this problem, I'll give you one chance.
I mean, if I have one shot or one opportunity, I gotta take
I was
it.
thinking the same thing.
I'm gonna talk to the pink hair guy and be like, I think your wife is selling you out.
He just looks at you and he goes, I'm not worried.
You should be. It's the best 1.5 weeks of her life. She may say otherwise, but I know what's right.
You shouldn't be worried, kiddo. You got your looks from your old man.
Well, and have you spent any money on decent implants over the last 1.5 years?
I don't need implants. I just need my mind.
I'm not worried, Dad. So Isolde comes around and she's like, so the problem is they've been taking anyone who's a decent pilot like you. When people show up, they apply for jobs, especially if they're working for the EIW. They say it's some secretive mission. What they do is they transfer your consciousness into these vehicles, wipe your memories, and just turn you into this fighting machine that has no soul, no purpose. And they are creating an army of them. So these are machines that can think and react like humans. And they are going to use them for very dastardly purposes. Luckily, we have one of our scientists, she holds up like a little data chip, who's created a virus. And this virus...
I gave you a virus.
Hope you remembered what we talked about, kiddo. One night, one mistake. That's all it takes.
Really, the guns aren't the only kind of protection you should have used.
So she just kind of laughs and she's like, I know, it was easy to treat.
Thank you. And on that note of the thank you, we're going to end this episode of the podcast. We're going to continue this so you guys can listen to this part this week and the next part next week. So yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Space AIDS.
To be continued. Yeah. What STD did she acquire?
And did she really treat it?
And did 100%. She give it to the son?
Yeah, there's tons of questions here.
And what is the dad really doing here? More next week.
Yeah.